back with part 2 of Geeks Like Us. I'm Mike.
The new addition to the group at the moment.
That's right.
Steve's taking care of the end of Koni Waves in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen.
Yeah.
We're back to talk a little bit about Secret Invasion #1.
A comic book that's not crap.
Thought it was pretty good.
Every bad story arc that Marvel's made in the last few years could possibly have a bad attempt at fixing it in this one.
That's true. I am not a big Marvel fan at all. I usually hate it in general, especially Wolverine and X-Men. But the Secret Invasion thing actually has some promise. I thumbed through it, kind of skimmed over by reading it, and I'm actually interested. To say that about a Marvel comic for me is impressive. So I'm actually impressed that it's as good as it is. I haven't even read it fully yet. So
I am the Marvel guy, and reading through it, it's made me actually want to start reading some of the other titles that I've let go over the last few years. I mean, scene at the end of the comic, spoiler if anybody hasn't read it. You see a bunch of the heroes, some of which have been dead for some time in the Marvel Universe, coming out of a Skrull ship.
That's in the middle of the comic,
old gear.
Yeah.
They're either going to come up with some really cool new plot line, or they're going to pooch a lot of old plot lines and try and fix what they've screwed up in the meantime.
or both.
And the real question is the guys coming out of the spaceship, are they Skrulls in disguise with the costumes from the 70s, or are they heroes that have been captured just coming back to planet Earth? And the people on our Earth, are they the Skrulls that have been impersonating them these last however many years?
Obviously, if you've read the comic, the Skrulls have found a way to replicate the superpowers to go undetected by all the means they were able to be detected by before. The thing that I'm thinking, without having read more than just the first issue of it, is possibly, I don't know, since they've been putting out, say, Wolverine, for example, they've been putting out comics with him for the past X amount of years. I mean, for God's sakes, in this one, the old Wolverine they show still has whiskers on his mask. That's how old we're getting with this. Possibly they brainwashed them to make them think they were the real thing until the time they needed to strike. I don't know. It's one thing they could come up with. Somehow or another, they're bound to determine to bring Cat back. Sadly.
Maybe he'll come back with whiskers on his mask.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
That would be an
And
improvement.
thank God Beast doesn't look like a cat thing. At least the Skrull Beast looks cool.
That is true as well. Yes.
We don't know that he's a Skrull. He could be the real Beast.
It could be
That
I
could
hope.
be too.
We don't know.
Yeah.
They've only got 7 more issues to go, though, before
That's
they
true.
Get the chance to really screw it up. I mean, within that 7 issues, it's either going to be good, it's going to be great, or it's going to do like every other Marvel miniseries has done, all of their big events. At about issue 4 or 5, they somehow peter out, and nothing really changes. Hopefully, this one will not. That will not happen.
Focus all on the build-up and none on the wrap-up.
Yep. And I will say, the other thing I'm kind of leery about this one, because like I said, I'm not a big Marvel fan, I don't read a lot of Marvel stuff, but this does have me interested. My big thing is, I saw the list of comics that all this is tying into, and since I am not a Marvel fan, I don't get the Marvel comics like regularly. If I have to get every single issue on that list to understand the full story, I will be very disappointed. I hate it when DC does that too, or any other series out there. I don't like how they have to incorporate every comic in there, because it's just a pain. It gets monotonous, and I don't like it.
One of the problems they had with the Civil War line, they had so many comics because they were trying to cross-merchandise, get you to buy all these other comics, and so many of them, when it's all said and done with, why did I spend my money on that?
Now, Marvel has said that everything you need to know about Secret Invasion is going to be in the 8-issue miniseries itself.
Yes, which hopefully...
That's what Marvel has said, so hopefully that's the honest truth.
I actually plan on getting the 8 issues to fully read the story. Maybe not all at once, or maybe I'll just read it all at one time, like I've done with like 52. But yeah,